It's
Yes, it is on.
okay, started. So go ahead, start with the Mangalachar. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all dear devotees in today's Srimad Bhagavatam daily divine discussion. So let's start with the invocation prayers first. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakapalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्वं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्द माधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so we will start with the today's verse. So I would like to request Dayami Radha Prabhu to please share her screen.
Yes, Prabhu. And then please confirm when you see it and whenever you want me to pause. Could you see the screen, Prabhu?
Just coming.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, it is there.
I'm just gonna hide the floating panels.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about this very beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is from the first canto, second chapter, verse number 6. So first we will just do the prayers to Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Namam Naram Sheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam ततो जायमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So this verse is from the first canto, and if we just go a little bit backwards about how come this verse is so important. So this is the verse where Srila Sutta Goswami is actually giving the answer to the first question of um, the sadhus of the Naimisharanya. So when he was asked that what is the ultimate good of the people in general, so that is the answer that he gave in this very verse. So it is the verse for the Kali Yuga people, that is all of us. So let's recite this verse all together, and you can just mute your mics and I'll just recite for you, and then we can recite one by one. So like दति स वै पुंसां तिरधोक्षजे अहेतुकी अप्रतिहता ययात्मासु प्रसीदति स वै पुंसां परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरधोक्षजे अहेतुकी अप्रतिहता ययात्मासु प्रसीदति. So that is how the verse is, and would somebody like to recite the verse? I can have one or two devotees. Okay, Sachinandan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I will
Hare
unmute.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
सा वे पुषां परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरधोक्षजे अहेतुक्या प्रतिहता तयात्मा सुप्रसिद्धति. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Krishna Kumar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasiddhati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Neelam Sethi Mataji. Hare Krishna
हरे कृष्ण
Mataji.
माता सर्वै पुंसा परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरधोदक्षे अहेतुक्य प्रतिहता ययात्माप्सु प्रसीदति. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So we can just decide that, oh, Gita Mataji, you can just read the translation if you are okay. So, Prabhu, can you please squeeze a little? Yes, now I can see. Yes. Gita Mataji, please go ahead. Translation by
हरे
His
कृष्ण.
Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes,
Translation.
Mataji.
The supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So this verse, so we can have Riya Mataji read the purport afterwards. Riya Mataji, I will just give a little bit context of what we are discussing. So as we saw that this particular verse is the answer to the first question, which is the what is the ultimate good for all the humankind in this age of Kali. So this is the verse from the first few prayers of Srila Sutta Goswami. So Srila Sutta Goswami hasn't complicated the answer for all of us to understand. He has actually given the first very answer to the real dharma of human beings. So this human body that we have got, what is the dharma of this body? So now we will get to know in this purport that what is the dharma. So let's read all together and understand. So Mataji, you can share the screen of the purport, please. Hare Mataji, you can go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna.
Purport. In this statement, Sri Sutta Goswami answers the first question of the sages of Naimisharanya. The sages asked him to summarize the whole range of revealed scriptures and present the most essential part so that fallen people or the people in general might easily take it up. The Vedas prescribe two different types of occupation for the human being. One is called the Pravritti Marga, or the path of sense enjoyment, and the other is called the Nivritti Marga, or the path of renunciation. The path of enjoyment is inferior, and the path of sacrifice for the supreme cause is superior. The material the material existence of the living being is a diseased condition of actual life. Actual life is spiritual existence or Brahma Bhuta existence, where life is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Material existence is temporary, illusory, and full of miseries. There is no happiness at all. There is just a futile attempt to get rid of the miseries, and temporary cessation of misery is falsely called happiness. Therefore, the path of progressive material enjoyment, which is temporary, miserable, and illusory, is inferior. But devotional service to the Supreme Lord, which leads one to eternal, blissful, and all cognizant life, is called the superior quality of occupation. This is sometimes polluted when mixed with the inferior quality. For example, adoption of a devotional service for the material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Renunciation or abnegation for the ultimate good is certainly a better occupation than enjoyment in the diseased condition of life. Such enjoyment only aggravates the symptoms of a disease and increases its duration. Therefore, devotional service to the Lord must be pure in quality, that is, without the least desire for material enjoyment. One should therefore accept the superior quality of occupation in the form of the devotional service of the Lord without any tinge of unnecessary desire, fruitive action, and philosophical speculation. This alone can lead one to perpetual solace in his service.
Hare
We have
Krishna. Thank you so much,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
So yeah, here we have got a very beautiful understanding of what is our dharma. So that is the real dharma of every human body that a person has got. So this verse says, Save Pumsa Paro Dharma. That is the first line of this verse, where Srila Prabhupada has explained that the dharma is not the one which we all know so far. So by dharma, it is somebody's understanding that it is the religion. Okay, so you're talking about the faith you are having in your culture. We say that dharma is not that. It is not limited to this very meaning, as His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu's class of this very chapter had a very elaborate understanding, and we all participated in that. Like, what is dharma? Everybody was like, it is our duty, it is our like a religion or faith, whatever we follow. So dharma actually from the scriptures is the sustenance of our existence. So when we know that this is the duty that we do to sustain ourselves forever, so we don't have so that we don't have the end to our life. So as we have seen, that fire in that context also has a dharma of its own, right? So when we see fire in any Havan Kund, so we see that it has light, it has heat. So we do offer deep to the Lord, right? So that also has its own, like a little bit, a small tinge of spark can lit up this the service to the Lord, and then it can produce a little bit of heat around him and also light to his face, right? So this is how we can see that sugar, like we drink in our juices, that is also having its own dharma, which is sweet. It has its own dharma. So like every Prabhupada's purports have this very examples of what do we see around this world, that what their dharmas are. So likewise, we have to understand that our dharma as a living being, as a soul, is to serve. So that's what we have learned today, that we should not get confused by seeing dharma all around, that people think of this very word as my job, as I'm going to the work every day, 9 to 5. This is my dharma. No. And then we also see that people associate their whole body, their nationality with dharma. Like, I am Indian, I'm American, I'm Canadian. Like, they think like that. So these are what we have seen in this understanding of Shastra, that these are temporary duties. These are not the whole and soul of a person's body. A body has been given to us just occupational duties in this world, nationality that we associate with, the title, the identity we associate us with, like a father, a mother, or a wife, or a husband. Those are occupational duties which are false and just restricted to this body, right? And we are forgotten in this real identity that we are eternal servants of the Krishna, of our Lord, right? And then we touched upon Pravritti Marg and Nivritti Marg in this very first paragraph. So what is that? It is very much clear now that Pravritti Marg is the path of sense enjoyment, and Nivritti Marg is the path of renunciation, to just leave all the sense enjoyments, control the sense enjoyment, and indulge it into spiritual realization. So this is the second path, which is the ultimate goal, right? So pravritti means let me enjoy, and nivritti means let my Lord enjoy and I be the servant. So this is not so special that it is only in this human life that we know that we are enjoying. So we also see this enjoyment mentality in animals, right? So we have seen in our daily walks of life that there is a dog outside, right? In India, it is a very easy sight outside that there are stray dogs. Here we find hardly any stray dogs. There are mostly people serving their own pets. So animals are always indulged in these four activities. Now, everybody knows, but I would like to repeat that. What is those four activities? That is how to eat, how to sleep, how to mate, how to defend. So these four activities are very much common in these like type of entities. Those are four-legged, right? And also we see in birds who always wanna secure themselves or save themselves. Whenever see some danger, they actually come down, eat something on the ground, and then the moment they see, oh, some human being is coming, they just fly away and reach a branch up top in the tree, right? So they know how to save themselves, how to defend. So Prabhupada makes a very important, very strong statement here that if human life is spent only in these four activities, then what is the difference between human life and animal life? There is no difference. So animals also have an intelligence. So we see that animals are not intelligent creatures, but Prabhupada says that you have seen these four activities in the animals, right? So they are intelligent. They are not like dumb, like a madman who doesn't know how to protect, how to save, how to eat, how to mate, and how to sleep. So intelligence is alone not a qualification, right? It is the human life which is meant for only nivritti marg. So nivritti marg is like turning away from the material enjoyment and inquiring about the absolute truth. So it is not like we have to leave all our material wealth, right? We should just leave our house, we should leave our family and go to just inquire for the truth. No. In our very tradition, we have seen that we have to do all the activities, everything, but still we have to remember Krishna in all our activities. We have to see Krishna in everyone, and we have to serve Krishna in everyone, right? And also have our specific time of sadhana where we are only indulged in our own devotional service to Krishna. That is the personal sadhana, right? So, why material life? We understood why material life cannot satisfy us. So, material life, as Prabhupada has quoted, is a diseased condition, right? It is a very nice analogy that Prabhupada always gives, that a man who is diseased doesn't have a taste of sugar, like who is having a typhoid, right? He doesn't have the taste of sugar, but the person who is healthy, he will have the taste of sugar. So when you are diseased, you don't know what is the enjoyment in the spiritual realization. So when you are Brahma Bhuta state, where you are equipoised, you see everyone as equal, then you won't be feeling like, oh, I am having something empty. There is an emptiness, there a hole in my life. No, you won't feel like that. So in this very verse, we are getting the nectar of the mankind, of the human life, right? So this is how I would like to touch upon this small anecdote of Prabhupada. Like once there was a very exalted devotee who was doing preaching work. So he was a direct disciple of Prabhupada. There was a first batch of disciple of Prabhupada. So when he came to preach, there was like hundreds of people who were in his crowd, in his very class, and he was just giving what is our Krishna consciousness and how you can attain happiness and a perpetual happiness which will never be seized, right? So when he got to know that, oh, Prabhupada has landed in this very region, so let us all go and meet. So he was like there having class. So he told his assistant that no, I won't go until the class finishes, so I will go afterwards. So there was one announcement done at the end of the class that who all wants to meet this spiritual master of your teacher today, you please can join us. Okay, so everyone was like, this guy who was speaking for the last 1.5 hours, it's already enough of his listening, right? So we won't go to meet his spiritual master. There's nothing to do with that. So they didn't know the uh, very opportunity they are having, right? So it was like we are begging for that opportunity. We can't have that, but those souls were having that. So they didn't know the importance. So this is how we can see that the diseased condition of life doesn't let us know that what nectar, what opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity that we can have in our day to day life. So they had this opportunity to meet Srila Prabhupada, but they rejected. So there was one guy sitting at the very end of this class. He was very much interested to meet this guy because he was having a little bit of interest of what is this teacher is talking about. So he went with him with all his family. So he was a Navy officer. Okay, so big thinking of him being Navy officer doesn't have any connection, right, with the spiritual life. But see the transcendental situation that Krishna creates, it can happen in any person, right? In any occupational duty, whatever they may have. So he went with the Swami, and then he met Srila Prabhupada. The moment Srila Prabhupada met him, he gave the instruction. You know what? He gave the instruction to this very Navy officer that read Bhagavad Gita. So Srila Prabhupada, as we all know, that he knows to give whom what instructions, right? So he knew that he is a materialistic guy. So the moment he will read Srimad Bhagavatam, he won't be able to understand anything, right? So it is the master's uh, degree education, which you cannot give to a toddler, right? So he just gave the Bhagavad Gita so that he can get all the questions answered of this material life, right? So he said that, oh, this book is quite big. So this Navy officer said that this book is not in my range of understanding, and also I cannot read this much of no, like pages. So would you be able to let me know which chapter I should read the most? He said, chapter number 9. So see, Prabhupada gave him the transcendental knowledge in chapter number 9 on the first meeting of his. So he knew that whoever is not having that particular capacity from inside, he can only grab whatever he can digest, right? So he can only digest whatever he can uh, is in his capacity, right? So he gave him this very chapter, and the moment he started reading, he actually came back to Swamiji, this very teacher of his, saying that there hasn't been a day past that I didn't remember Srila Prabhupada, and there hasn't been a week past that I haven't read this chapter number 9. So see, we can see that the nectar of our Krishna Consciousness movement is chapter number 9, which is all about devotional service. So this is what we are also reading in this verse. So I would like to again touch upon this very point that our dharma is to serve, right? In the material life, we don't have any other job other than to serve, because Prabhupada said this very understanding in the first paragraph, that the material happiness will come automatically. So it's like you don't have to do endeavor to do that, because in in Canto number 7, I believe, um, Prahlad Maharaj said this, that according to our past karma, material happiness will come automatically, just like the comfort of a car, like Prabhupada said, just like a comfortable car will give you the comfort which it already has, right? And a cheap car, a less comfortable car will give you less comfort, right? So whatever past deeds we had in the last life, in the lives before, they will give us those very fruits whichever we have sown. We whatever seeds we have sown, the fruits we will get accordingly. So now we will go to the next paragraph. So would we be able to share the screen, Dayamani Prabhu? Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, Sachidanand Prabhu, you can please read.
We have purposely denoted dharma as a occupation because the root meaning of the word dharma is that which sustains one's existence. A living being sustains and sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with the eternal relation with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is central pivot living beings, and he is all attractive living entity or eternal form amongst all other living beings or eternal forms. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence, and Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Krishna is the complete whole, and everything else is his part and parcel. The relation is one of the servant and the servant and served. Sorry. It is transcendental and is completely distinct from our experience in material existence. This relation of servant and the served is the most congenial form of intimacy. One can realize it is a devotional service progress. Everyone should engage himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Even in the present conditional state of material existence, that will gradually give one the clue of actual life and please him to complete satisfaction. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So yeah, here we have understood about what is the supreme dharma and how we can attain to that. So in this life, we have got one lifetime of this material body that anyone can think, but this lifetime is very rare, right? So Sutak Goswami here says that Yato Bhakti Adhokshaje, the supreme dharma is bhakti. So that is devotional service. And Adhokshaja, why Krishna is called Adhokshaja here? Because Krishna cannot be understood by material senses. So if we think that I will see God, I will test him, and I will also analyze him, like, is he actually there? That is not possible in the way of experimental knowledge. So it is not possible to just test if Krishna is there or not. Srila Prabhupada said that because we cannot see Krishna in our present condition of this material body, Krishna appears in the form we can see. Like, people may think that, okay, Krishna has come here in this age of Kali. Yes, he has come. He has come in the deity form and also in the form of sound vibration. right? So this is not imagination that we are having, that, oh, you are saying the deity which is in front of you in the uh, stone form, is he actually Krishna? He is Krishna, because everything is Krishna, right? So in Ishopanishad, the first invocation prayer that we do is also said that everything, like Purnamada Purnamidam Purnam Purna Mudachyate. So he is complete in it in himself, right? And still he is appearing within our heart as Paramatma form, and also he is there in all the objects, and in even an atom. Like scientists have seen that they cannot even experiment an atom and understand everything in that atom, because Krishna is there in that atom as well, and we cannot see him face to face in this very age and in this very body. So he can only be felt, he can only be worshipped with strong devotional service, that is ahetuki and apratihata. Now, apratihata and ahetuki, these are very complicated words that may sound, but if we see the synonyms, it will be very easy for us to understand, and also the translation makes it very easy. So ahetuki means without material motive. So when we don't have a hetu, that is a cause behind our going to the temple or worshipping Krishna or doing our japa, there is no cause behind it, then that is ahetuki. So that doesn't mean also that we don't go and pray to Krishna that, oh, please give me a good job, oh, please help me with having a good health of our family, our own self, and our relatives. That is not the case. We always can pray to Krishna to bestow us the mercy so that we can do better devotional service, because these are all obstacles to our bhakti, right? So this is ahetuki. And the second one is apratihata, which is uninterrupted, that is without any obstacles or without any breakage, that we can think like that. So Srila Prabhupada emphasizes this very strongly, that bhakti is not like Krishna. I serve Krishna so that I can get money. I serve him so that I can go away from all the problems and I can become very famous in this lifetime. No, this is all business. This is not bhakti, Srila Prabhupada said. The real symptom of bhakti is love. Okay, so when you serve somebody without any hetu, without any interruption, then that is love for that person. So in our lifetime, a devotee wants to love only one live being in this whole creation, that is Krishna. So Krishna's name, fame, and glories and pastimes is the only thing a devotee can pray for or want to spread, right? So the love that a devotee can have from within is to preach his message, right? So even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that no one is dearer to me than the one who preaches my glory. So it is in 18th chapter. So he said that he is very much loving to me if he preaches my glories. So who gets this very intelligence to preach Krishna's glory? Krishna tells us that person's description as well. So Krishna gives the intelligence to that person so that he can be continuously engaged in his service. He can continuously do his devotional service and also serve with love. So, what is the intelligence for? He also says that what is the end result of this very devotional service? So, if I am doing something, what is the return benefit of it to me? Like everyone always listen to a lecture or hear somebody's preachings by thinking that what is it in it for me, right? um, that is also there in Bhagavad Gita. So we see that yena mam prapadyante, right? So it says that it will help us to go back to Godhead. So this pretty devotional services end result, it is to meet Krishna. So the person who we have been loving from our heart and giving everything on our life to him is the end result. So that is the only motivation we should have. So the hetu which we have is this, to attain Krishna and attain his abode. So in the end, we have understood that the result of this very devotional service is happiness. So it said in the last line that yayatma suprasidati. So suprasidati is the complete satisfaction, and yayatma means the satisfaction of the soul. So the soul here gets completely satisfied. So that's why in this age we are not satisfied with having enough money. We always want more. We always want a better job. We are not satisfied with one job that we have. So the satiety is not ever received in this material accumulation of wealth and material hankering that we have, that never can uh, stop, right? Why? Because this material life, as Bhagavad Gita said, it is it temporary and with full of miseries, right? So it is there, and only in bhakti that we can satisfy the soul. So we have we are being dissatisfied so far, right? Why? Because we are serving the wrong person. We are serving Maya instead of Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says that only by surrendering to me can you get delivered from this Maya. So mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. That is the very line Krishna only says, that only by surrendering to Krishna you can cross this ocean of miseries. So in Srimad Bhagavatam also it is said that this very cosmic manifestation, this material universe is full of is an ocean of miseries. So you can just imagine, like an ocean, how much water is there in that ocean. Like the frog example, Prabhupada there said that in the when a frog was being asked that, do you know how much water is there in the ocean? He said that, oh, it could be double than what we have in this pond. So we cannot conceive from our senses that how much miseries can we have in this material world. So the moment we think that we are happy, it is just not happiness, it is just a small reflection of less misery than more. So it is like we are now feeling very good because we are having this transcendental discussion of Krishna. So we won't be feeling like, oh, my back is aching, oh, I have been sitting here for last 2 hours and chanting, and then again this class has started, oh, I cannot bear this any longer. We don't think and feel like that. Why? Because this is the transcendental message of Krishna and we are doing devotional service. So this is not having any miseries like our body can inflict. So in conclusion, I would like to say that in this Srimad Bhagavatam verse, we have understood that sense enjoyment is a big no, right? We can only get the spiritual upliftment with controlled senses, right? And only by performing a hetuki and apratihata bhakti, that is without any cause and without any interruption. So the pure devotional service, as Prabhupada has mentioned, is uninterrupted and it is unmotivated. So we have to inflict the purity in ourselves, which can only be assured by regular services, right? So like in our last class also we have learned about very beautiful understanding of having regular divine discussions that we are already having. So it's just that we have to make sure that we also reflect and uh, contemplate on what we have learned every day, so that we can keep that taste in our tongue, that and also in our ears, and all our senses get engaged in this devotional service to Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I will like to pause here and would like to ask if anybody has any questions or reflections to share, and any feedbacks. I really want to beg your mercy and like apologize if I have said something wrong or have quoted anything wrong, because I just want to try to serve by Prabhupada's mercy and Krishna's mercy. Hare Krishna. Anybody who has any questions?
Krishna Prabhu, I don't have
Hare
any
Krishna.
questions, but it's such a beautiful class. And thank you for like even reinforcing the motive of devotional service should not be any expectations for yourself, and it should always be consistent. Because if we do it here and there, we're not going to develop that connection to the Lord, because you're just doing it like time pass, like you're fitting into your schedule instead of making Krishna your priority. So that's beautiful that you mentioned that, because sometimes when we do service too, if we get recognition, if we get to do something we enjoy, we have to think, are we doing it for ourselves or are we doing it for the pleasure of Krishna? So it's sometimes we're even doing devotional service, we have to be careful that we're not gratifying our own senses. And Krishna Kumar Prabhuji does he have a question? Or I think it's a realization. He said, wonderful class on what is our dharma. That's what he mentioned. But thank you for
Prabhu.
this lovely class.
Thanks a lot, Prabhu, for being so kind and giving me that service. I would like to also let everybody know that we have another class by His Grace Dayamai Radha Prabhu tomorrow. So everybody should be very much excited, and I am so excited to listen her realization on the second verse of this chapter. Like I touched 2.6, and the next will be 2.7 by her. Yes, Shyam Sundar Prabhu. You have some question or realization?
Hare Krishna Mataji. What will be a valuable motivation that will keep our bhakti regularly without any motives and intervals or breaking points? For breaking points means like I will do today and I will not do like chanting or something tomorrow. And again, like
Yeah,
stopping for like 2 or 3 days and then like doing like that. How to keep
yeah,
like continually.
yeah. That's a very wonderful question. Everybody would be having this in our mind that we don't think that when we have this devotional service given, we are giving it to the fullest extent and also practicing it daily, even for chanting. When we do chanting today, we are not very much doing it tomorrow or day after because we don't have the taste. It's just that, Prabhu, I would say for myself, it has worked that I always pray to Krishna that please give me that taste so that I can love your name or chant your name with attention and sincerity every day, and also see and hear from our senior devotees. So if you are hearing and observing our senior devotees by regularly associating with him, like Prabhupada said, that association, that's the A in ABCD of bhakti, right? So he has given A as the first one. Why? Because association will make us do bhakti only. Because this material world is only dragging us, like it is not also our mistake to get indulged, because as we have seen that these are three modes of material nature who is forcing us, right? Even Arjuna said that it is not myself who is doing it, it is a force which is letting me do that. So we should understand that it is not me, it is my mind. So the moment you disassociate yourself from your body and yourself, that is the soul, I think that is the best thing you can do to yourself, so that you don't feel um, like, I would say, very much guilt in our own mind that, oh, what, why I'm not doing it. So I think the guilt only makes us not do it next time. If you don't have the guilt, because you shift the blame to your mind, you don't have it for your soul. You just shift it and then see and get inspired from our senior devotees and pray and do the daily journaling. If you can do daily journaling and just pray in your journals like that, like I have learned from Vraj Bihari Prabhu, that how we can do different kinds of journaling, and you can just try, Prabhu. If that answers your question, let me know. And also I would like Krishna Kumar Prabhu, if you have some
Yeah, Mataji.
insights to it. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Only thing is that I would ask is that what motivates you doing our daily activities? Like getting up in the morning, eating prasadam. So what motivates you? Similar, there is some purpose. So if you are able to find the purpose, I think it motivates you to do your daily sadhana perfectly. So we have to find the purpose. The purpose is to pleasing Krishna, or the purpose is to ensure that we are connected to Krishna. If that purpose is understood well, then we automatically gets motivated. Is my humble understanding. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Beautiful, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing. So with that, I think we are done for this session, and we'll hand over the forum. So just last prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu vyavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
जय हो राधा रानी की जय हो।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम